What's good, K fam? Me and Kanye Mabote, and yes, I am so excited to be posting my second video. But prior to us getting onto that, I'd like to say thank you for the support and just for viewing my videos and subscribing. Now, before we get into this one, please click on the subscribe button and the notification button just so that next time I post my video, you get a notification. Let's get into it. Now, my first love. It is neither a man nor is it a woman. My first love is the arts. Now, I am very passionate about music. I love singing. I love dance. I used to be a part of dance in high school. I'm very athletic actually, but like I love the arts. But my first love, my one true love that comes before, anything except God, is actually fashion. I am one for fashion, okay? So yeah, I actually started my, I guess, this fashion obsession when I was really young, and we'd watch this E-Entertainment. I don't know if you know it, but yeah, we'd watch E-Entertainment with my mom all the time, and that's where I firstly came across red carpet events and celebrities being asked, who are you wearing, and they'd like say whichever designer, and I'd be like, that I want to be that designer, or I want to be that celebrity that states which designer they're wearing. And that was like my first true love for me. So yeah, I fall in love with fashion from there. But first time I really knew that I'd be obsessed with this fashion thing was when I was in the third grade. And if you're from Soweto, I think, let me not say Soweto per se, but like if you're from South Africa, I believe you'd have an idea of a transport. So like it would be like a minibus that takes students from their homes to school and then from school to their homes. So it's like a transport service type of thing. So yeah, this girl came in with it. Let me not say this girl, actually. Let me give her some credit. She literally lives in the next street. We have a few mutual friends, and she literally introduced me to like my first sketch. Unintentionally so though. She'd like sketched this beautiful sketch of a woman wearing a gown. It was like a wedding gown, like a princess or ball gown type of design, and I was like, I want to take it out just like that. So in my first sketch, it wasn't even near as great as hers, but I told myself that I'm going to do it and mine is going to come out just as great, or if not better. So I invested a lot of my time teaching myself how to do this, and I was like, I don't want to stick to wedding gowns only, neither do I want to stick to like gala dinner gowns or award gowns or matric farewell gowns or whatever. I want to like expand. I want women. Initially I was like, I wanted to design for curvy women, like at the time curvy women didn't have the best looking clothes. So now we're very much more inclusive to like the curvier women. And yeah, so my love for fashion literally started in the third grade. Now, little did I know that sketching would be like a coping mechanism for me, like it would help me out of like dark places. I didn't know this initially, but in high school I had anxiety and I just didn't know what it was. I just thought I was stressed, or I'm panicking, or it's just like the bullying that's going on that I have to deal with constantly, But I then figured that, what, sketching can be a coping mechanism for me. I literally in high school could not even stay focused. If I was anxious, I would literally start sketching there and there. Like from the 8th grade up until matric, I would sketch. If I felt anxious, I would sketch. If I knew I was gonna get my results and I'm not too keen on getting those, I would sketch. And yeah, it's just like started there. So when I got to varsity, you know, my first year, the first semester, I didn't even touch a pencil nor a paper, and I started sketching. But like I would keep busy, but I wouldn't sketch designs. So the semester went on by, and I didn't sketch. Second semester came by, and a friend of mine had passed on during the holidays that we had the June holidays, and I knew that going back to school wouldn't be the same anymore, so I had to find a mechanism to cope. So I had gone back to sketching, but like prior to that, I think it was in May or in April, I'd heard that there was a school called Northwest School of Design where Gertian Kutsia used to go, and Gertian Kutsia was also offering a bursary for that. So it was like he would only select, I think, like 2 students a year. But like, yeah, I knew I had potential. I knew I had great designs. Now the problem was the support and my father agreeing. So my father's very, very, very traditional, so he wasn't going to like literally easily accept like that. But I applied nonetheless without his knowledge. So I ended up going forth with applying for Northwest School of Design, and I did the test and I passed really, really well. I didn't even expect to pass the way I did, but I passed really well. And I was like, you know what, let me apply for the Gert Johan Kitsie bursary, and that did not go so well. That did not go so well. So I ended up taking that as a learning curve that I'm going to do better next time. So I ended up teaching myself from then on that, you know what, learn from your failures. And you know, I knew it was literally obvious that my father would have never agreed to pay for the fees for that school. So I stuck it out, stuck second semester out. It got really, really hard. Second year came and it got worse. Way worse. It was terrible. It got so much worse. I was going through it. Lalela, I couldn't take second year. I felt like dropping out in the middle of the year when first semester was ending. I literally felt like, you know what, I'm gonna drop this mess. I can't take it anymore. And my dad convinced me to go in for the second semester, and they're like, no, you're almost done. But guys, when you know you've reached your breaking point, you know, like even your coping mechanism is not working anymore. You went for counseling and it's not working anymore. Lalela, I was ready to throw in the towel mid-year. So I went back for second semester, and the only thing I would do, literally even in my exercise books, you know, like where like write my notes for like modules and stuff, I would sketch during a lecture. Come practical, I remember nothing. You understand what I'm saying? So it would even get worse. Like we'll even touch on like my anxiety and what would happen, you know, and what ended up leading me to where I am today. But I ended up sketching so much. If I couldn't sleep, I would sketch. If, you know, I just like keep myself busy with sketching. So the following year had come, and I was like, you know what, I can't go back. So I ended up dropping the University of the Free State, and I ended up coming back. And I felt like that was one of the best decisions I'd ever taken, you know. So I dropped the Free State and I came back home. My dad was really, really disappointed in that. Yeah. But I came back, and that year was one of the least productive years ever. Like I thought I was gonna get this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to get into the fashion industry. You know, I have time on my hands. So I ended up, you know, like just studying from another college, and came this year 2020, and my sister was getting confirmed. So it's like a Catholic church thing. and she was getting confirmed, and she was getting her dress specially designed by one of my favorite people, my mentor, my guide, my literally spirit animal. She's like a whole mood and a vibe. I literally love this lady. I adore her and I appreciate her for being in my life and just, following in her footsteps. Her name is Thando Ngwenya. I am truly appreciative to this woman. She opened the gates for me, and I decided to, like, you know what, I'm going to do this. I'm going to start this now. I don't know how, one. Two, I don't even have the funds. But you know what? One way or another, I'm going to make things happen. And this woman literally gave me lights and direction as to where I can go for whatever. So I'm going to link her work down there. She has a boutique called Regalia, and guys, literally her clothes are the bomb. Okay, and she's amazing. She's like really amazing. When she speaks to me, she'd be like, oh yeah, my hand. she's amazing. She's amazing. I really love her and I appreciate her truly. She's God's sense, I feel. But during my second year, I forgot to mention that I'd come across someone that inspired me to open up my mind to other fashion careers, and this lady was actually Kefilwe Mabote and Sahara Langa. So I found Kefilwe Mabote first, and I was like, gosh, who is this doing the most? Everything on her, she's like inspiration right now. She's like goals, To this day, I still follow her because she's amazing. She's got like a great fashion sense alongside Sahara Langa, and I was like, you know what, I want to be where they are, working with big brands or collaborating with big brands or designers or whatever. I just want to get to that point where I can literally say that, hey, Lalela, I'm going to like a Dior event, I'm going to like a Chanel event or some, because I'd always loved those big brands. Like literally they were my stepping stone, alongside David Ali and Gertie and Kitsia. So I was like, I want to be like that. I want to be those female designers that literally set paths. I want to be world renowned, and I'm not seeing myself as just a local designer, but I'm seeing myself as a world class designer. So I'm working on that. Trust and believe soon you'll be seeing my work, and yeah, I'm excited. But before this ends, please click on the subscribe button and the notification button. Signing out. Bye guys.